Boyce, we'll start with you personally, named captain by the gaffer. What does that feel like?
Yeah, it feels great. Big honour for me. Obviously, I've been vice captain a few years now. Obviously, we lost the skipper last year, Clunes. Obviously, a big void to fill. But yeah, I'll hopefully step into his shoes. I thought he was a great skipper for us, and I'll try and be the same.
You say a big void to lose. What will you take on that he perhaps did, or what have you learned from him, and what will you do differently?
Just how he had everything going behind the scenes. He were always on top of everything. Just stuff like what you'd say as a club captain, is he'd organise everything for the lads, meetings, appearances, stuff like that. So, and then on the pitch, obviously, he was a brilliant player for us. So obviously, yeah, I would try and, like I said, just do the same.
Gafford picked Cal as vice captain. What will he bring to that role?
Well, he's got to step into it, and he's obviously very passionate on the pitch. He likes to voice his opinions and lead by example, so they're all good characteristics of a captain and a vice captain. So he'll step into it and he'll do really well. He's in a different area of the pitch to me. Like I say, it doesn't matter who's wearing the armband. We've also got players in the squad: Will Evans, Danny Whitehall, all experienced players. Mark Beck. You don't really change what you do. It's just an armband at the end of the day. Everyone tries to lead by example and be a leader.
I was going to say in that the team has always had like a senior group, haven't they? So it's not just captain and vice, it's a couple of other players. It's like a committee, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've always, the last few years, like I said, the skipper last year, he'd lean on me, I'd lean on him, he'd lean on Will Evans, as I've just mentioned, Danny Whitehall. You lean on each other. So yeah, there's a player out there with the armband on, but you'd have like the seniors that'll keep everything going.
You've obviously had the armband on before, but being club captain, if you're selected tomorrow, how proud will you be to lead the club team out?
Yeah, very, very proud. Like I say, I've worn it quite a lot for Scunthorpe, but never as the actual captain. So yeah, like I say, it's a big honour for me. It's a privilege, and I'm looking forward to it.
Let's get back to the team then. How's pre-season been from your perspective?
Yeah, I think we've come through it relatively unscathed. Been a couple of little niggles here and there. Some of the results weren't great, but we're working on things. We're building. You want to win all the games, but you're building up to the start of the season, and I think that's the most important thing there. It actually means something tomorrow. So yeah, we're ready. We're raring to go, and we'll try and get the 3 points.
I said that about Worksop last week. First half was a really kind of good performance, and then second half you kind of feel like lads want to make sure they don't get injured. They want to be part of the first game, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say they were I wouldn't say anybody was jumping out of challenge or anything like that. But you start, as the game goes on, you start to make a lot of changes throughout the game. Obviously, to get minutes into players, and it can affect the way the game's going. But yeah, I thought we were really good first half, and then we kind of became a bit of a tennis match, really, a bit open, a bit messy. But obviously, that's something we need to sort out for tomorrow. 2
years ago we were sat here and it was Tamworth away on the opening day. Same again. They've done really well over the last couple of years, haven't they?
Yeah, really well. They're a good side. They're all on the same page and they know what they're doing. Obviously the manager's got them playing his way and they all buy into it, which, like I say, when they got promoted out of the Conference North, I backed him to do well in the National League, and I think they could have ended up nicking the playoffs with a few weeks to go. So I really rate them, like I said, because they've got a way of playing and they do it really well.
In terms of that game 2 years ago, it was probably, smash and grab's probably the wrong term, but they were good on the day and we were probably lucky to come away with 3 points.
Yeah, I think so. I was on the bench that day, and I've said yesterday, I think Butterfield come on and for the last 15-20 minutes really changed the game. But yeah, I thought we were quite fortunate on the day as well. I thought they were all over us a little bit. Physicality were a bit too much for us on the day, but we ended up getting the 3 points. However, they won the title.
As did Brackley last year when we played them on the opening day. So that may be an omen for Tamworth, I guess. But how tough of a battle will that be tomorrow? Because they're a very similar team, aren't they? They haven't changed an awful lot.
No, they won't. They've not changed the way they play. They might have a bit of new personnel, but yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. But there's been games last year, similar sort of teams to Alfreton and Chorley, who like to get entries into the box, and we've dealt with it quite well. We've proved we can deal with it. So yeah, we know it's going to be hard, but the week after when we play, that's going to be hard as well. So we've got to obviously have the right game plan and go into it thinking that we can win.
I would say in a way, obviously we want to go into every game this season to win. The mentality has to switch, doesn't it? Because last year we were expected to win every week, and this season it's changing. It's a lot more competitive for us. It's ex-AFL teams. It's going to be a tough challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely will be. Yeah, it's said again yesterday that there'll be times where we have to, which we've not had to do that often this season, but probably all drop in a little bit, maybe take 10-15 minutes up, soak up a bit of pressure. Probably not going to be out footballing teams to death all season like we did at times last season, so it's going to be different, we know that. But you've got to adapt. But like I said, the gaffer and the coaching staff are well aware of that as well. So we've got different systems we can play, and horses for courses.
Last season we said a lot of how good the group was. How is this one shaping up? Obviously it's very similar with a few, I think, 7, 8, 9 additions, something like that.
Yeah, I think they've settled in really well. We lost a couple last year, but I think we've recruited really well. The gaffer's happy, and there's like I said, there's a lot of competition for places and a lot of players that can play different positions. The team that lines up tomorrow probably won't be the team that lines up the next week, so and that's obviously a good thing to have a deep squad and players that can come straight in and play.
I was going to say last season you only had the 5 substitutes, so you kind of had to carry a smaller squad, didn't you? So now it's about that bit more of expansion, a bit more quality and depth, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can have 7 on the bench, so that's a lot you can do with the team that's on the pitch. So yeah, all things that we've adapted to and we can use to our advantage.
I know we'll get probably into football cliches of game by game and things like that, but as a group, have you set targets for this season, or is it just take it how it comes?
We want to start the season well, and we want to get as many points on board as we can early on, especially. We want stability. We're in a new league. There's a lot of good teams. We want to get safe as early as we can. Let's hope that comes pretty early, and then we go from there. We've got aspirations to get to the playoffs, and if you're in the playoffs, then you've got a chance of getting promoted. There's some good, like I say, there's some good teams. Some that have got some big squads and some good players, so it's going to be hard, but it's a challenge obviously that we've all got to be up for.
Just final message, obviously sold out tomorrow in terms of fans. Final message to them, because every season has its up and downs, but I suppose this one may have a few more downs than ups. We don't know what's round the corner. It's just about sticking together, isn't it?
No, that's it. Yeah, the last few years have been great. Just get behind us, as we know. Obviously, you always are. Like I say, sold out again. It's going to be bouncing at Tamworth, and then we'll have a home game coming up. Yeah, just we're grateful for it. It really does help when we're on the pitch when they're chanting. So yeah, stick with us.